There's a question most founders and leaders never stop to ask. Not how long will I live, but how long will I live well? And how well am I actually living right now? Because here's the quiet truth that can be challenging to sit with. You can be incredibly successful, financially free, respected, productive, and still not be well. If we haven't met yet, my name's Dan. I've spent time working in elite sport. I ran physiotherapy clinics across Sydney before shifting into working with founders and leaders around nervous system health, longevity, and mind somatic integration. For over a decade, I've supported high level performers who've already built the outer success, businesses that work, reputations that carry weight, lives that look sorted from the outside, but who quietly feel the subtle cost it's taken internally. And in this video, I want to take you into a deeper conversation about Healthspan. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll walk away with a grounded, embodied understanding of what it actually means to be well as a founder and how to begin restoring the baseline your life has quietly demanded that you override. Most people talk about longevity, but longevity without quality is just a longer struggle. Health span is different. Health span is the number of years you live in good health, not just alive, but physically, mentally, emotionally, and cognitively well. It's the span of life where you can move freely, think clearly, feel grounded, and emotionally steady, maintaining vitality, creativity, and purpose, live without chronic disease, chronic stress, or ongoing physiological dysregulation. If lifespan is how long you live, health span is how well you live while you're alive. It's the quality of your years, not just the quantity. Here's the part no one warns you about. High achievement often rewards nervous system override, pushing past fatigue, normalizing excessive tension, propping, living with a subtle strain as the baseline. At first, it looks like capacity, but over time, it becomes disconnection. You're still functioning, still producing, still leading, but clarity takes more effort. Presence becomes optional, joy gets postponed, and just remember, this isn't failure. Yeah. It's just what happens when your system adapts to demand without ever being guided back to safety and relaxation and recovery, genuine recovery. Let's redefine what well means. Being well isn't passive. It's not soft. It's not disengaged. And it's definitely not unambitious. Being well feels like clear thinking under pressure, emotional steadiness without suppression, energy that isn't borrowed from tomorrow, and a body that recovers, not just endures, right? I see founders all the time who don't need more discipline. Their nervous system needs to be unwound. It needs to be unbound. That freedom, it needs to be freed from the linear tracks that it's been incessantly running on. And let me say this clearly. What you've achieved is commendable. It's not for the faint hearted. It requires extraordinary discipline and commitment. Now it's time to expand, to keep the good, useful elements of that way of operating and to transcend the limitations of it at the same time. That there is healthy integration, not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. And this is where relaxed intensity actually lives. Staying relaxed in the face of the intensities of life. And it's easy for longevity conversations to stay on the surface. Supplements, protocols, optimization stacks, they're useful, but incomplete. Healthspan isn't about stacking more inputs. It's built through coherence. Yeah. When your nervous system, body, mind, emotional worlds are functioning together, not fighting each other. When your system knows how to return to ease after activation, That's when clarity returns. That's when creativity comes back online. And that's when leadership stops costing you your health. By the way, if this conversation is landing and something in you is quietly saying, this matters, there's a link below where you can explore us working together. It's a short explainer about who I support and who I don't. And if it feels aligned, you're welcome to apply and we'll speak directly. No sales team, no scripts, just a grounded conversation about whether there's a fit. Now, let me leave you with this. Healthspan isn't about fixing yourself. You are not broken. You've already built enough. This is about restoring what your success required you to override. And in the next video, I'm going to share my number one tip to make sure 2026 becomes your best year yet. Not through more effort, but through how you relate to your energy, your nervous system, and your life as a whole. Because longevity that actually matters isn't measured in years alone. It's measured in clarity, connection, vitality, and a life that genuinely feels good. I'll see you in that one together in deep work, rest, and play.